before we get into the science, before we talk about routines, hormones, or metabolism, pause for just one moment and think about this. What if one single day, just one, could change how your body burns fat for the rest of your life? What if the problem isn't your age? What if the problem isn't your genetics? What if the issue isn't even your diet, but the belief that nothing will work for you anymore? I need you to hear something important. Your body is not done. You are not stuck. You haven't missed your chance. Your metabolism isn't broken. It's just waiting for the right signal to wake up again. And today, you're about to learn how to flip that switch. Because stubborn fat, especially belly fat that clings on as we age, isn't just about calories. It's about hormones, muscle activity, inflammation, stress, sleep, and the habits we repeat every single day. For so long, diet culture has made you feel like you personally are the problem. But here's the truth backed by real research. Your biology still wants to keep you strong, active, and burning fat. It's wired to protect you, not punish you. Maybe you've tried everything. Maybe the scale hasn't moved in months. Maybe your clothes feel tighter and your energy feels lower. And maybe you've started to believe that this is just what getting older looks like. But I promise you, there is FAR more under the surface than what the world tells you. Today, I want to give you hope that isn't fluffy motivation, but science you can use immediately. We are talking about the most effective, most realistic fat burning strategy for adults over 60, and it doesn't require starving yourself, running marathons, or working out like a teenager in a gym full of mirrors. No, this is about one day, one choice, one experiment. Just try it for one day and feel what happens inside your body. Feel your metabolism wake up. Feel your muscles say, yes, we still remember how to burn fuel. Feel your brain light up with energy again. When you give your body the right tools, it responds fast. This is your life, your health, your future body. And you deserve a plan that works with you, not against you. You deserve a routine that empowers you to burn fat while protecting muscle. And that supports everything that matters most: strength, mobility, heart health, memory, confidence, and independence. So right now, I'm asking just one thing: stay with me until the end. Stay open, stay curious, stay hopeful. Because by the end of this message, you're going to walk away with a simple, science-backed approach that can transform how you look and feel. Not someday, but starting tomorrow morning. Let's do this together. Let's wake up the metabolism you thought was gone. Let's burn the stubborn fat your body has been holding for too long. And let's prove once and for all that your best health isn't behind you. It's just getting started. When you wake up in the morning, your body is waiting for direction. It's like a car with the engine idling. It's ready to go somewhere, ready to burn fuel, ready to move. But here's what too many people over 60 do. They skip the signal that tells the body it's time to burn fat today, and they miss the one moment in the day when metabolism is most ready to work. Your morning is where fat loss begins or ends, because the body listens closely to your first choices, your first meal, your first movement, your first message to your hormones, your muscles, and your mind. You see, when we were younger, metabolism ran like a fire that couldn't be stopped. We could eat whatever we wanted, and somehow the body kept burning. But as time goes on, that fire doesn't burn out. It just burns quieter. And before long, many people start believing the lie that their metabolism is too slow or that fat loss isn't possible anymore. But let me tell you something. That fire is still there. It just needs a better spark. And that spark can happen every single morning. The truth is, your body does some of its most important work overnight. Muscles recover, hormones reset, fat burning switches are primed and ready. And when you open your eyes in the morning, all that work is saying, give me a reason to keep going. That reason is the right breakfast, not one filled with sugar, not one that crashes your energy, but one that fuels your muscles, supports your hormones, and keeps your body burning fat for hours. Because your muscle is the key to burning fat. Muscle is your body's furnace. And when you protect that muscle, when you feed it, when you activate it, fat doesn't stand a chance. The older we get, the more the body tries to let go of muscle. That's why some folks feel weaker, slower, less steady. But here's the good news, muscle can be rebuilt at any age. Science has proven that if you challenge it and nourish it, muscle responds, even in your 60s, 70s, and 80s. It never forgets what it was created to do. So the morning routine that truly burns fat is simple: wake up your muscles. Wake up your hormones, wake up your purpose. And that starts with protein, real muscle supporting nutrition. When you give your morning meal a source of lean protein, whether that's eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or a clean protein smoothie, you are saying to your body, keep the muscle, burn the fat. Protein tells your metabolism, turn on the furnace. We're building strength today. It tells your appetite you're safe. You don't have to store fat for later. And it tells your mind you're ready to move. You're ready to think. You're ready to live. But the morning routine doesn't stop there. Movement, even just a few minutes, sends a mighty shout into your bloodstream. Wake up! It's time to work. You can stretch. You can take a walk around the house. You can stand on your toes and sit back down. You can do simple leg lifts while you boil water for tea. These aren't workouts. They're signals that build momentum. Because once the body is in motion, it wants to stay in motion. Once the metabolism is ignited, it wants to keep burning. And then drink water before the coffee, before anything else. Hydration is fuel for every cell in your body. When you wake up dehydrated, the body can't burn fat efficiently. But when you drink water first, you wake up your organs, you activate digestion, and you lighten the load on your heart. Water is the first gift you give your metabolism every morning. Every morning is a fresh start, a chance to say, today I will burn fat. Today I will support my body. Today I will take one step closer to the version of myself that is stronger, lighter, freer. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to count calories. You don't need a gym or fancy equipment. You need intention. You need consistency. You need a belief that your body still wants to thrive. Because let me tell you, the world would love for you to think it's too late. The world would love for you to feel tired, defeated, and finished with improvement. But the world is wrong. You are still breathing, so God is still building. You are still standing, so strength is still in your story. Your body is not failing you. It's waiting for you, waiting for your leadership, waiting for you to say, I am not shrinking back. I am rising up. Now hear this clearly. Stubborn fat is not stronger than your morning choices. It has no power over a body that is fed right, moved right, treated right. And when you wake up with purpose, when you begin each day choosing foods that build you instead of break you, you unlock a power in your metabolism that the years cannot erase. Just one day of making the right choice in the morning can make you feel a difference. More energy, less hunger, better balance, a stronger step, a clearer mind. And when you feel that shift, you'll realize something amazing. Your body hasn't given up on you. So don't give up on it. Try it for one day, just one. One morning that starts with strength, one breakfast that fuels muscle, one decision that says, today my body will burn fat because I'm giving it the command. Watch how that one day feels. And once you feel it, you will want to feel it again and again and again until change is no longer something you hope for. It's something you created. Because the body that wakes up with strength is the body that can finish the day with victory. There is a lie that too many people over 60 have been told for far too long. The lie that movement has to hurt to work. The lie that unless you're running on a treadmill, dripping sweat, pushing heavy weights, and moving like you did at 20, you're not burning fat. But I came to tell you today, the body doesn't need extreme exercise to burn stubborn fat. It just needs movement. Consistent, joyful, purposeful movement. You were created to move. From the moment you took your first steps as a child, your body has been communicating a truth motion is life. When we stop moving, something inside us grows quiet. Muscles relax too much. Metabolism slows down. Energy feels stuck. And fat sees the opportunity to settle in and take up space. But when we move even gently, the body wakes up everywhere. We are not trying to become athletes. We are not chasing trophies. We are chasing freedom, the freedom to climb stairs without stopping halfway, to get in and out of the car easily, to carry groceries without feeling weak, to walk with confidence instead of fear. That is the kind of strength movement gives you. And that is why every step matters. Some folks say, oh, I'm too old to exercise, but here's what I want you to hear. You're too important now to move. You don't need long workouts. You need small wins. Every victory counts. One walk today, one stretch tomorrow, one moment where you choose to stand instead of sit, one moment where you choose movement instead of stillness. Because the secret to burning fat isn't just how much you move, but how often you move. Small bursts of movement throughout your day can wake up more fat burning potential than one long workout that leaves you exhausted. Science has proven that simple, low-impact activities, walking, stretching, standing up every hour, even marching in place, activate enzymes that tell your body, we're burning fat now. Think about that for a moment. Something as simple as walking around your home can rewrite your health story. You can put on music and dance in your kitchen. You can walk to your mailbox a little farther away. You can practice lifting your heels or sitting and standing from a chair 10 times each day. That's strength training for the legs that carry your future. Movement feels like medicine because it is. When you move, Your heart pumps fresh oxygen through your bloodstream. Your lungs expand with life. Your brain releases chemicals that make you feel good. Chemicals that tell anxiety, stress, and sadness to step aside. Movement gives joy the microphone in your mind. And when you feel good, you make better choices. When you feel proud of yourself, you want to keep going. Sometimes people think exercise is punishment, something to degrade, something they're forced to do. But what if movement became celebration? What if every step was a thank you to the legs that still work? What if every stretch was gratitude for the breath in your lungs? What if every moment of motion was you saying, I'm still here and I'm not wasting a second? When you move, you honor the life God put in you. You don't move because your body is perfect. You move because your body is precious. Let the young people chase speed and ego. You chase momentum. Because momentum is the most powerful thing in the world for someone who feels stuck. Once you start moving, you want to keep moving. And that momentum burns stubborn fat like you would not believe. Belly fat. That fat fears a walking habit. Thigh fat. That fat runs from leg strength. Back and arm fat. That fat melts when you use those muscles daily. But here's where the miracle happens. The second you finish moving, your body keeps burning fat hours later. It doesn't shut off. It keeps working quietly behind the scenes. You sit down later and fat is still being burned because your muscles are still active. You go to bed and fat is still being burned because your metabolism has awakened. There is no age limit on results. There is no expiration date on strength. Your body doesn't care how long it's been. It only cares that you start now, right now, not tomorrow, not when it's easy, not when motivation magically appears. Today, you can begin with 5 minutes. 5 minutes can save 10 years of strength. You can walk to the end of the street and back. That path can lead you to a new life. You can stretch your arms above your head and feel your spine lengthen. That one stretch can remind your muscles they still have purpose. If it feels too late to start, that's how you know it's the perfect time. Because if you don't fight for your movement now, you may lose the movement you have left. And I refuse to let you sit by and watch your independence fade. You deserve to feel strong in your body. You deserve to trust your legs. You deserve to walk where you want to walk. The most effective way to burn stubborn fat isn't punishment. It's partnership, partnering with your own body. And when you partner with your body through daily movement, something incredible happens. You start seeing yourself differently, not as someone who is slowing down, but someone who is powering up again. So rise up each day and choose movement. Move when you don't feel like it. Move when it would be easier to sit. Move with the belief that every step is a step away from weakness and a step toward power. Let movement remind you that you're still moving forward, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Because when you move your body, you move your future. There's a battle happening inside your body, a battle that many never see, never feel directly, but it affects everything from energy to weight to the very health of your cells. It's called inflammation. It's not the kind of inflammation you feel when you sprain an ankle or burn a finger. No, this type hides deep inside, quiet and slow, and it has one mission: to hold on to fat like a shield, especially around the belly, especially as we age. Some people look at stubborn fat and think it's a sign of laziness or failure. But that's not the truth. Sometimes that fat is the body's reaction to stress. It's the body's way of protecting itself. When inflammation rises, the body says, store more fat, hold on to every calorie, keep energy locked away, because we feel threatened. So what do? We try to starve it off. We try to work it off. We try to shame it off. But the body isn't listening to fear. It's listening to the environment inside of you. And that's where the shift begins. Because to burn fat that refuses to leave, you first have to calm what's stirring the storm: inflammation. When you quiet inflammation, the body feels safe again. And when the body feels safe, it lets the fat go. Suddenly, the same foods that once seemed to make you gain weight will start working differently. Suddenly, a short walk will burn more calories than it ever did before. Suddenly, you'll wake up lighter, not in pounds yet, but in how you feel, in how your joints move, how your stomach reacts, how your mind wakes up with clarity. This is why we don't just talk about weight, we talk about health. Because when you fix what's hurting inside, the outside transforms on its own. Hidden inflammation comes from many places: stress, lack of sleep, processed food, sugary treats, fried meals, and even those long years of pushing your body without giving it the nourishment it deserves. But your body is not angry with you. It's begging for help. And one day, yes, even one day of feeding it what supports healing can make a difference. Imagine starting your morning with foods that tell inflammation to sit down and be quiet, foods rich in antioxidants, foods that come from the earth, foods designed by God to heal and fuel, berries, leafy greens, omega-rich foods like salmon or walnuts, simple choices that send a message inside your bloodstream. The war is over. It's time to rebuild. When you swap the sugary breakfast pastry for a protein-rich meal, inflammation steps back. When you choose healthy fats instead of greasy ones, inflammation loses its voice. When you add spices like turmeric or cinnamon into your day, inflammation hears the command to calm down. When you drink water instead of soda, inflammation is pushed right out. And the stomach that once felt bloated starts to flatten. The body that once felt heavy starts to move easier. The mind that once felt foggy clears like the morning sky after a storm. But it's not just food. Oh no. Inflammation feeds on stress. Stress you may have carried for months or even years. Stress about family. Stress about money. Stress about aging. Stress about the future. That stress raises a hormone called cortisol, and cortisol is like a general commanding inflammation to hold fat hostage. So what do? We learn to breathe again. We learn to rest on purpose. We learn to smile more, laugh more, care for ourselves like we deserve. And when the heart relaxes, the body follows. Movement helps too, because every time you move, your blood becomes a river, clearing away that inflammation, telling fat storage hormones, your job is done here. Movement tells the body that energy is needed and fat becomes fuel, not weight. Even 5 minutes of movement can change how your hormones behave for hours. And listen, this isn't about perfection. Nobody wakes up and suddenly lives a flawless anti-inflammatory life. Not one person. This is about progress. This is about giving your body a little more love than you did yesterday. When you choose one healthier food, that's progress. When you take one walk outside instead of sitting down again, that's progress. When you replace worry with a moment of gratitude, that's progress. And progress multiplies faster than you can imagine. 1 day can turn into 2. 2 days can turn into a week. And suddenly you're not trying anymore, you're becoming. Because as inflammation dies down, strength rises up, pain eases, sleep improves, digestion becomes gentle again, movement feels more natural, and fat, that stubborn, frustrating fat, loses its power over you. Your belly doesn't need to be a battleground anymore. Your joints don't need to be on fire just to get up in the morning. Your heart doesn't need to beat harder than necessary just to finish a small chore. Inflammation thinks it can rule your life, but it has never met your determination to take that life back. So when you wake up tomorrow morning, remember this, your breakfast is not just a meal, it is a message. Your movement is not just exercise, it is authority. Your choices are not small. They are warfare against the things trying to weigh you down, slow you down, or stop you from walking into a healthier future. Every time you choose healing over harming, you take a step toward a life where your body burns fat the way it was designed to burn it, freely, consistently, confidently. You take a step toward a body that can carry your dreams and not just your weight, a body that allows you to be present for every moment that matters. Set your body free from the fight inside. Calm the storm, silence the inflammation, and watch how quickly your body responds because it has been waiting for this moment. Choose healing and fat loss will follow. There is a force inside your body that is more powerful than any diet, any workout, any supplement, and any quick fix you've ever been told to try. It is a force that was placed within you from the very beginning, woven into the design of your DNA. A force that has the ability to melt stubborn fat, restore energy, sharpen your thinking, strengthen your heart, and completely renew how your body functions. And the beautiful truth is this: you don't have to buy it. You don't have to swallow it. You don't have to inject it. You only have to wake it up. It's called metabolism. Metabolism is not a number on a medical chart. It's not slow because you turned a certain age. It's not broken beyond repair. No, metabolism is a living system. It adapts, it reacts, it responds to how you treat your body every day. If you feed it well, if you move with purpose, if you rest with intention, that metabolism comes alive like a fire that refuses to go out. But many people have lived for so long in habits that lower that fire, eating late at night, sitting more than moving, staying stressed more than breathing, that they believe the flame has died, they believe their body has given up. But that's not true. The flame is still there. It may be small, but all a flame needs is the right spark to become a fire again. And that spark begins with one word: consistency. Not perfection, consistency. Because a perfect plan done for 1 day means nothing if you never do it again. But a good plan, a simple plan done every day, even with small steps, that becomes transformation. You don't need extreme diets that make you miserable. You need a daily rhythm, a pattern that tells your metabolism, We are awake. We are alive. We are burning fat today. Let your day start with movement. Before the sun fully rises, before the stress of the day rushes in, give your body motion. It doesn't have to be a marathon. It doesn't have to be heavy lifting. Just move. Walk with intention. Stretch with awareness. Breathe like someone who honors the gift of life. That movement turns the key in your metabolism, unlocking fat that has been stored for too long. Then let your meals throughout the day speak to your body. Protein, not processed sugar, becomes the message. Healthy fats, not deep fried oils, become the fuel. Fiber, not empty calories, becomes the cleanser. Every bite either stokes the fire or suffocates it. So choose the foods that ignite energy, that support muscle, that quiet inflammation, that keep you full and focused. Because when metabolism rises, cravings fall. When energy improves, excuses fade. When your body trusts you, it gives back strength you haven't felt in years. And while food and movement are powerful partners, there is another truth that too many ignore. Your metabolism cannot thrive in exhaustion. When you deny your body rest, when you push and push without recovery, cortisol comes storming in. That stress hormone grabs fat and refuses to let go. But sleep, hopefully, is healing. Sleep is restoration. Sleep is when your metabolism repairs, resets, and prepares you for the next day's victory. Protect your rest like it is sacred, because it is. Then there is water. We talk about it like it's simple, but water is not simple. Water is essential. When you drink more water, your metabolism speeds up, your cell hydration improves, your organs function better. Your system flushes out toxins that weigh you down. Water is not just hydration, it is transformation in liquid form. But hear this clearly, metabolism is also fueled by belief. If you speak defeat over your own health, my body is too old, my genetics won't let me lose weight, this is just who I am, your actions will follow those words. But when you begin to speak possibility, my body can change, I am getting healthier every day, my metabolism is waking up, those words become fuel too. Your mind is the thermostat for your body. What it sets, the body follows. Consistency is not about going fast, it's about not quitting. Some people sprint on Monday and collapse by Wednesday, but the steady walker, the one who takes even the smallest steps every day, reaches the destination first. Because every choice compounds, every decision stacks. Every moment of discipline builds momentum until you look back and realize you're no longer in the same place. The person you were is behind you. The person you're becoming is already in progress. The metabolism responds to routine the way a seed responds to soil. If you plant a seed and dig it up tomorrow looking for results, you kill the growth. But if you keep watering, if you keep nurturing, if you keep believing, even though you don't yet see the change, one day that seed breaks through the ground and rises into something undeniable. That is your transformation. That is what daily obedience creates. You may not see the fat melting on day one. You may not feel the difference on day two, but your metabolism feels it. Your blood feels it. Your hormones feel it. And soon, the mirror will feel it too. This is a journey of building something powerful inside you that cannot be taken away. A metabolism that serves you, supports you, and sets you free from the frustration of trying without progress. Show up for your metabolism every day, even if it's small, even if it's imperfect, even if you feel tired, show up. Because every day you show up, your fire burns hotter. Your body becomes more efficient. Your energy grows stronger. And the weight that once controlled your confidence loses its grip. You don't need permission to change. You don't need approval to change. You don't need a perfect situation to change. You only need a heart that refuses to stay the same. Consistency will turn your smallest effort into your greatest breakthrough. There comes a moment in every person's journey where the food you eat, the steps you take, the water you drink, and the sleep you protect all come together, but there is still one more ingredient needed to complete the transformation. And that ingredient lives not in your muscles, not in your stomach, not even in your metabolism. It lives in your mind and in your heart. It is the belief that you deserve this change and that you are worthy of the results you seek. Because let's tell the truth, stubborn fat isn't just physical, it's emotional. It is tied to stress, to old habits, to past disappointments, to the times you felt like you failed. It clings on a memory just as tightly as it clings onto the waistline. And if you don't address the emotional weight, the physical weight will always try to return. So today we must talk about mindset, not as a motivational cliche, but as a metabolic reality. When you wake up in the morning and decide, I'm doing this for me, something shifts inside. When you choose not out of guilt, not out of fear, not out of frustration, but out of love for yourself, your body responds differently. The mind leads and the metabolism follows. You see, discouragement is sneaky. It whispers, lies in quiet moments. You tried before, it didn't work. You're too old to change. Other people can do it, not you. But every time you choose to show up anyway, you silence those lies. Every time you choose action instead of excuse, you rewrite the story your body has been living in. And don't think you have to be fearless to pursue change. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is doing what is right even when fear is loud. And every time you choose courage, even in small ways, you weaken the grip that stubborn fat has on your identity. You are not too late. Your best days are not behind you. The spark inside you did not expire. It simply got buried under years of life happening. But you still get to uncover it. You still get to rise. You still get to become stronger, healthier, more alive than you have ever been. And hear me, this transformation is not about looking like someone else. It's not about chasing the body you had when you were 20. It's about becoming the healthiest version of you right now, because energy is attractive, confidence is attractive, health is attractive. And there is nothing more powerful than a person who knows they are becoming stronger every day. That's why celebration is important. Every win deserves recognition. Did you choose a healthier breakfast today? Celebrate that. Did you walk farther than last week? Celebrate that. Did you finish your water bottle before lunch? Celebrate that. These victories are the stepping stones to freedom. They are proof that progress is happening even when the scale hasn't spoken yet. I want you to see yourself not as someone trying to lose weight, but as someone gaining life, gaining power over your choices, gaining authority over your habits, gaining strength in your legs, clarity in your mind, peace in your heart, because fat is not the enemy, giving up is. And you are not going to give up. Surround yourself with belief. Speak it even if you don't fully feel it yet. I am capable. I am changing. I deserve to feel good in my own skin. These are not empty words. They are instructions to your brain, and your brain listens. Your body listens. Your metabolism listens. Every thought either builds your future or borrows from it. So choose thoughts that build, thoughts that lift, thoughts that remind you that the person you are becoming is already emerging, one decision at a time. And let's not forget joy. Joy is fuel. When you find pleasure in the process, when you enjoy the walk, enjoy the food that nourishes you, enjoy the fresh air filling your lungs, burning fat becomes a blessing, not a burden. Joy lowers stress, and when stress goes down, metabolism rises up. It's all connected. Even the people around you matter. Support encourages progress. Community strengthens commitment. If you surround yourself with people who speak life into your journey, you will rise higher and faster than you ever could alone. And if you don't have those people yet, then become that person, because when you shine, you attract others who want to shine too. There will be days when it feels easier to sit down, days when old habits knock on your door, days when progress seems invisible and patience feels thin. But those days are not signs to stop. They are invitations to dig deeper, because the breakthrough comes right after the moment most people quit. You, however, are not most people. You are here. You are listening. You are learning. You are strengthening every part of yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally, so that nothing can take away what you're building. This journey isn't just about losing stubborn fat. It's about letting go of everything that has weighed you down, letting go of doubt, letting go of shame, letting go of the belief that you can't do this. Because if you take care of your body for one day and another, the momentum becomes unstoppable. The results become undeniable. The freedom becomes unshakable. You are not chasing change. You are creating change. You are not hoping for results. You are commanding them. This is not a wish. This is a decision. Your metabolism is waking up. Your muscles are responding. Your energy is rising. Your future is calling. And you are stepping into it one powerful, intentional, unstoppable choice at a time. This is your moment to reclaim your body, your confidence, your fire, and you are more than ready. Because when your mind is strong, your body becomes unstoppable.